Research your content. That sounds pretty obvious, eh? Pretty simple. What would you need to know other than your basic content?
How long you have to present it?
Good, thank you. How long do you have to present? Are there breaks, and therefore that you're going to alter your content to fit within those time constraints? We make two basic mistakes with our content. Way too much information, which is what a lot of people do. Oh, well, I have to tell them this, and well, then we should cover that too, and oh, but you know, we need to know that, and oh, they're never going to understand, right? Usually that's because you know a lot more than the audience knows. And of course, you want to tell them everything because you're proud of it, right? And you know it, and it's your information. And boy, once you write that down in your notes, you're not giving up any of that information, right? I'm going to present it all because I researched it all, and that's just the way it is. So it's all going on there. The second major mistake, too little content. Well, gee, you know, I've only got 3 hours to cover, but I have 2 points. That'll be good. We'll spread it out a bit, you know, because I don't want to overwhelm them or anything. You know, I don't want to patronize them, so I'm not going to cover too much. What is appropriate content? What does that mean?
The right amount of information.
Okay, right amount of information. What else?
The amount you can comfortably cover.
Yes, the amount you can comfortably cover. Again, your comfort level affects your nervousness, affects the way your audience receives the message, and so on. That's very important. What are all those funny things we're not supposed to say anymore? Anybody ever heard that term, politically correct? Anybody hate that term? I heard a speaker a little while ago who'd come here from an Eastern Europe country, and he said, you know, when I was there, under communist rule, we were allowed to say more than I am here in Canada now. I can't write about certain things, I can't say certain things, I can't do certain things because I have to be politically correct all the time. So this is a variable and an important factor in our lives right now. It's too bad, but it's the way it is right now. You can't offend anybody, and it's awfully hard not to offend anybody. Just by being alive, you offend some people, it seems. But you have to try your best not to offend people if you can. So what sort of jokes would be inappropriate, or comments would be inappropriate, do you think? Yeah, racist kind of thing. Oh, he was so black that whatever. Everyone falls dead under the floor. Fat jokes, that's a nice one, right? Comments about women, comments about men, comments about races, cultures, creeds, religions. All of that stuff, you can comment about a race in a positive way. It's when you get into these little humorous asides, little slurs, little jargons, little whatever, that are just not acceptable. And sometimes, you know, we've taken this a little too far, I think, but sometimes we've taken it because there's a real point to it. So you have to be meticulously careful in your wording not to offend people, if at all possible. So you will still offend people, but that's just the way it is, and so do your best to keep your content limited.